Our film begins with a child named George waking up excitedly and running to wake up his parents. We know that today George's parents are adopting a child to be George's sibling. They drop George off at his first day of school and he asks them to adopt a younger child instead of an older one, so he can be the older brother. Later, the parents visit an orphanage where they see many children playing, unsure of whom to choose. Suddenly, they hear a voice from below them and it was a mice named Stewart. Stewart was a speaking mouse. He tells them about each child's qualities to help them choose, and they decide to adopt him and take him home. At home, Stewart meets the family and George, who was told that he would be his new brother. Suddenly, the house cat attacks Stewart and tries to eat him. The parents scold the cat and demand it leave Stewart alone, now considering him part of the family. Later, George comes home disappointed to find Stewart is a mouse instead of a human brother. He goes to his room feeling sad. That night, Stewart sleeps in his new room. Later, the cat confronts Stewart for sleeping in a bed when he should be on the floor, warning him not to go near the windows to avoid the other cats finding out there's a mouse in the house. The next day, the mother accidentally drops clothes on Stewart when she's collecting laundry and puts him in the washing machine without noticing. Stewart tries to get someone's attention until the cat appears and watches him but walks away without helping. Later, the mother is shocked to find Stewart in the washing machine and quickly rescues him. They call the doctor to check on Stewart, who assures them he will be fine. The next day, the family goes shopping for Stewart's new clothes for the family party to introduce him to everyone. That night, the whole family gathers at home, excited to meet the new person who has joined their family. When they find out Stewart is a talking mouse, they are shocked but try to act normal. They give him many gifts, but none are suitable for him because they're all too big. George gets upset with Stewart and publicly declares he is not his brother, just a mouse. That night, Stewart goes to the parents' room and asks about his real family, feeling alone and wanting to know more about them. They promise to look for them. Afterwards, Stewart goes back to his room to sleep. The next day, the parents go back to the orphanage, but the director tells them she doesn't know anything about Stewart's real family. Meanwhile, Stewart tries to talk to the cat and prove their relationship to become friends, but the cat ignores him and walks away. After a while, another cat from outside, the family cat's friend, sneaks into the house to eat. The family cat tries to hide Stewart, but the intruding cat spots him and goes to check on what he saw. Stewart introduces himself to the cat as a part of the family, which makes the cat laugh because he is a mouse who lives with a cat in the same house. This upsets the family cat, who decides to kill Stewart, but Stewart manages to escape and hides in George's room. There, Stewart talks with George and they play together. Stewart was happy because George is enjoying the games they play. Stewart notices a model boat near George which isn't finished. George explains it's for a sailing competition, but he's afraid to finish it and participate in the competition because he might lose. Stewart encourages him and decides to help George complete the boat. When the parents return home, they are delighted to see Stewart and George together working on the boat. The family cat watches them with jealousy. Later, the family cat decides to seek help from a street cat to get rid of Stewart. The street cat agrees, and soon it's time for the sailing competition. George notices that Anton's boat, the bully from the class, is competing too and will join the race. George and Stewart prepare the boat. George asks Stewart to bring him the remote control, but Stewart accidentally drops it and it breaks. Stewart is upset about what happened and George feels like a failure. However, Stewart decides to take charge, repairs the boat, and sails it himself. The mother is very worried about him during the race. In the end, Anton's boat was sabotaging the other boats around it, but George's boat wins the race after all. They all celebrate winning the race at home and everyone was proud of George and Stewart. Later, there's a knock on the door. It's Stewart's real family who want to see Stewart. They apologize for leaving him at the orphanage because they were poor, but now they are wealthy. Everyone is tense and unsure of what to do, but eventually Stewart decides to go with his real family. George and his family are upset that Stewart is leaving, and George gives Stewart his toy car to drive. Days pass, and the orphanage director visits George's family to inform them that Stewart's family had an accident some time ago and passed away. Stewart's family realizes that Stewart was kidnapped and calls the police. At the same time, the family cat visits the street cat and tells him that they're planning plan has been discovered. The street cat reassures him and informs him that Stewart will die today. George's parents were at the police station. The policeman tells them that no one from the kidnappers has contacted them to ask for money, which means that Stewart is probably dead. At that moment, the fake parents ask Stewart to get dressed so they can leave. However, Stewart realizes they are imposters and they even confess that they made a deal with the cats to pretend to be his family. Stewart quickly runs to George and his family. As soon as he reaches home, he is surrounded by cats who try to eat him. Stewart manages to escape and falls into the sewer water with his toy car. The cats can't follow him there and they believe he is dead. But Stewart holds on to his backpack and manages to escape to the house. The whole family is outside giving people flyers about Stewart's abduction. Inside, Stewart finds a family cat who tells him that the family is all at the cinema and they have been out enjoying themselves since he left. They have also removed his picture from the family photo because they no longer like him. However, we know the family removed Stewart's picture to print it on the flyers. Stewart believes the cat and walks out of the house sadly. He goes to sit under a tree in the garden and the other cat starts to chase him to eat him. The family cat decides to save him from them and tells him that the family still loves him and he was lying when he said they were happy without him. Stewart is relieved and hugs the cat. Suddenly the cats gather around them and starts a fierce chase. But Stewart and the family cat manage to escape from them. Before entering the house, they see George and his family sleeping in the living room with their phones in hand, hoping someone would call and lead them to Stewart. Later, the family wakes up and sees Stewart, overjoyed that he is finally back. Stewart tells them how the cat helped him return. They all return home happily as one family. And that's it. If you like this recap, hit like, share, and subscribe to our channel to keep seeing content like this one. If you have any requests or thoughts, drop them below in the comment section and we will see you at the next one. Peace out!